Hey everybody, welcome back to PC 911. I have a video for you today that's going to help you out if your computer's a little sluggish. This is something that you want to take a look at, just pretty much in general. And the screen here, what we're looking at here is the task manager. Let me show you how to get there. Let me adjust the screen a little bit. Hopefully we can see that well. I'm doing my best over here. And just a little adjustment. Okay, so I want to show you how to get to this task manager. If your computer's running slow, sluggish, we always are going to say it's a virus. But that's just like a knee-jerk reaction. There's a lot of reasons why your computer could get slow. So I'm going to show you this this little thing to take a look at, and one of the things that's causing slowdowns. So to get to that screen that we're actually, let me close it. Okay, it's closed. You're going to hit three keys on your keyboard. Over to the bottom left, you got Control Alt, CTRL, ALT. There's two separate keys. Those two at the same time, and up towards the top right, you should have a delete key. You hit those three. It's going to bring you this menu, and down at the bottom, you're going to say Start Task Manager. Now we're on Windows 7, Windows 8, 10, similar, different screens going to come up, but it's pretty similar. Maybe we'll do another video for that. So this is a computer that we cleaned up. It was freezing up, all kinds of problems. So we cleaned it up, and it's still, when you look at this here, let me explain what we're looking at. Over here on this side, you're seeing CPU usage, and we're seeing that run. Okay, it's hovering around 50% right now, and then this is kind of like a graph of that use, right? Over here, you're seeing memory usage, and it's using about one gigabyte. This computer has 4 gigabytes, and then if you go down to the bottom, it's going to give you a percentage. So CPU use is about 50%, and memory 28%. The reason you want to take a look at this is, like in this case, this is a real case that we got to get this fixed. We're seeing 50% usage. One of the things you want to do is you want to make sure down here on your taskbar that you don't have many things running. So pretty much we don't have anything running. Even the antivirus here, we turned it off, so that's not even running. This should be no more than 20%, if that, maybe less. So that's holding down this computer. Now, if you have a super fast computer, you're probably not going to notice this. You know, if you go here, you might see some use, but you won't even feel it. But in this case here, this is a dual-core Pentium, so it's not, you know, a super fast computer. So this here needs to be fixed, because otherwise, this customer is going to get it back and say, yeah, it's better, but it's still a little laggy, etc. So, point number one is I want you to take a look at this. Close all your tasks down here, and take a look at this CPU. It should be no more than 20%. Okay. The other part, I did a video not too long ago, RAM. At idle, Windows is taking up, I've seen it take up to almost 1.5 gigs, but this should be no more than 1.5 gigabytes right here. If that's way up there, something's going on with your computer. And the other thing that you could take a look at in the last video that I did about how much RAM do you need is just the opposite. Open up all your windows, all the tasks that you're currently running on a regular basis, and then take a look at this. Example would be, you open up your email, you have your Facebook open, you're playing your iTunes in the background. You would open this up and see how much memory you're using. And if you find that you're past 75%, your computer's always going to be a dog. You need to upgrade your RAM. This has 4 gigs, and right now that's really, like, I think the entry level. If you're out there and you're going to get a computer, 8 gigs or more is kind of the recommendation nowadays. So the problem that this computer is having is Windows Update. So this is something that we've been speculating about and going back and forth, and this computer here, we went back and forth so many times to isolate it 100% that this is being caused by the Windows Update. What we're recommending now, which sounds kind of weird, but we're recommending turning off Windows Update altogether. Before we were just having it check for updates, and customers would decide when to download, but this checking for the updates is killing computers. And this could go on for days. We've had computers here over a day checking for updates. There's something broken. There's something going on Microsoft's side. Who knows if they're just trying to frustrate customers or users into just upgrading to Windows 10. Who knows? Bottom line is this is a problem. So I'm going to show you how this is going to change dramatically by doing something very simple. We're going to go to Windows Update, and we're going to go, well, I have it here on my desktop. If you don't have it there on your desktop, just click on your Start button and your Start menu, and you can look it up through here, through your menu. So wherever you have it, just find it. Go over here to the left to your settings and check settings. So you see I have it here, install updates automatically. And that's the typical scenario. That's what up to now you've wanted. You want to get your updates as soon as possible. You don't want to have to think about it. But this, at least for the time being, not recommended anymore. I'm going to recommend you go never check for updates and click OK. Again, this is only because of the problems that we're seeing on computers getting bogged down by Windows Update, just hogging up. In this case, 50% of the CPU is being hogged up just looking for updates, and it'll spend more than a day there, so you don't want that on your computer. So we're going to do a restart now that we've turned that off, and we're going to see if that fixed the problem. Okay, here we're back. We just finished that restart. That took like 2 minutes, so I didn't want to bore you there. And let's see how we're doing. Actually, no, we don't want to do that. Let's click our Control-Alt-Delete again. Let's look at our Task Manager and see if it's any better. So that's more like it, what you're seeing there. Let me see if I can zoom this in for you a little bit. So if you can see that there, we're at 1, 0. I mean, that's not, I mean, 0 is not too common, so don't expect a 0 there. But anything below 20%, you know, this computer is pretty clean and nothing in the startup. Most people are going to have something in the startup. You might have a Messenger in your startup. You might have a Dropbox or something like that, which, incidentally, speaking of Dropbox, that's another one sometimes that hogs up some CPU synchronizing. But this video is not about Dropbox. So you can see there, clean as a whistle. That's how you want to have it. That'll be a tremendous difference. Now, what I'm recommending here now is, of course, the burden now becomes on the user to, I would say, at least every 2 weeks, worst case once a month, go manually and turn updates on, check for updates, and let it do its thing. But at least you're in control, and you're going to be doing it at a time where, you know, your performance is not an issue. I'd probably do it towards the end of the night and just let it run all night. And hopefully by the time you wake up, you know, it found the updates and it downloads, and basically, you know, let it kill those 10, 12 hours over the evening, but really at your convenience, not at just Microsoft's, you know, convenience, or at their leisure, because it is taking forever. So here you go. We finally got a video showing that. We've been talking about this a lot. And if you're in forums out there, you've probably seen a lot of talk about this as well, about Microsoft Windows updates being broken. And here it is. So thanks for watching. Hope it helps.